Hello, my darlings. How are you all? I am back reading for you. I'm delighted to be back reading. It's been a little while, so I'm going to start with a general reading for all of you lovely souls that have clicked on this reading today. And then I'm going to move swiftly on to the October readings, which I am hoping to finish this week. If not, I will finish by Monday of next week. I just wanted all to say thank you for all of your love and support and all the messages that I have received either directly by email or via YouTube. If I haven't replied to you, I'm taking this opportunity now to say a huge heartfelt thank you for sending me such lovely, gorgeous, supportive messages. It's a very transitional time for me at the moment. It's a very transformational time for me at the moment. And but now is the perfect time to come back to YouTube to read for all of you lovely, lovely, lovely people. So I am going to start. And look at that, that's just come through. As I said, that the Panther Spirit, reclaiming your power. So I'm going to start with this general reading, which gets me back into the flow of reading for all of the star signs. And then I shall continue. So keep an eye out for your star sign reading in the next day or so. So let's move ahead. This reading is for those that most need to hear it. If it resonates with you, then you are meant to hear it within your divine design. And we've got number 44. Panther Spirit, reclaiming your power. Sometimes we can, to reclaim something is very interesting, isn't it? I love the word reclaim, reclamation. It's in the art world, in the antiques world, it is as found, something that's been damaged, but is just as beautiful or even more beautiful because of its provenance. So that's what Spirit is saying to you today. Although you may have felt that you have lost something in this process, that was lost was meant to have been lost in order for you to find something else. You are reclaiming your power. What does that mean, to reclaim your power? It is to stand in an energetic space of understanding that you are as you're intended to be at this time, that you're perfect as you are, that you're perfect in your imperfections. If we were all perfect, my darling, we wouldn't be here in this wonderful school of life. So that is just a little reminder for you about reclaiming your power. And as the Panther Spirit, there's something so angelically beautiful about panthers, isn't there? They are just the most majestic of animals. And, I used to have the panther as my, I still do it for a sense, but I used to have it as a sort of image of Veritas, because it is about reclaiming that power. It is about taking control of something. Now, that's not forcing something. The panther doesn't force. It's not forcing something, but is reclaiming your power by understanding that you actually can take a responsibility, the ability to have a response to something, because you're not reacting to it anymore. You are stepping back, you are quietly observing, you are actually in a very beautiful energetic space when you do that, and you are allowing your intuition to come through. You're allowing your spiritual senses to come more to the fore rather than your other senses. So that's really beautiful reading. Number 44, and 4, it says 4 is about making energetic structural decisions and changes in your life. It's about having an open approach, and there is something very beautiful about taking a step back into the shadows and observing, and then responding to this with the understanding that whatever response you take, it's your choice. It's always your choice. We're taught sometimes that we don't have choices in life, that we have to do certain things. We always have a choice. We have a choice with each and every thought and word and action. And it is your choice whether you wish to continue to give your power away, to let somebody else control, or to let something else control you, or you decide that actually this is happening for you, even if you don't know the reason why just yet, and that actually to reclaim your power is to powerfully, energetically start to observe it through the soul's eyes, through the spiritual eye, to see what is happening for you. And that is a very powerful thing to do. And I really feel that is an affirmation more about the boundaries that you're setting, about the sort of, because the Panther has very much healthy boundaries, and the Panther also retreats into the shadows, and the Panther is also very selective about who is in the Panther's space, in his or her sort of domain. So Spirit is saying about setting healthy boundaries is coming through, that just be very aware about who you're allowing into your space and how they make you feel. That's also about reclaiming your space, your power, your energy. And, you know, we are simply energy. And the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is to guard, protect, and cherish your energy, your space. You're in control, my darling. So let's have a look to see with the Spirit Song Tarot for you. Thank you, Spirit. What wants to come out for the Panther Spirit? Thank you. The Knight of Cups, charm and passion. So the Knight of Cups, my darling, and you've got here the flamingo, which makes me laugh because in my Veritas Oracle deck, which I'll use in a second, I also have the flamingo. Now, the Knight of Cups is an energy of emotion. Okay, it says here charm and passion. But this flamingo is actually not surrounded by other flamingos here. It's standing on its own. And so again, this is saying to me about setting healthy boundaries, because the flamingos, you have the potential, you have the ability, you are demonstrating to yourself through the standing back from something about setting healthy boundaries with relationships. And the flamingos are very graceful, and you are very much a sort of joyful, energetic spirit that loves to have friendships, loves to have relationships, loves people, but maybe, just maybe, you overbalance yourself, you unbalance yourself by trying to do too much to hold on to relationships, retain relationships, look after them, fix them. And so what Spirit is saying is you have a huge amount of passion and charm and grace, and you are so loved by so many. But just to take a moment or two to think about who to keep at arm's length at the moment and who to welcome in. This is a big message for whoever is resonating with this reading. The flamingos, and I'll show you this card again. The flamingos, my darling, they are very social animals, very social birds, but they keep at neck's length those that they don't feel that they want to have near them. It's an energy thing, okay? So they keep them at neck's length, and they keep their sort of social structures very sort of structured. Social structures structured. They keep their social structures, their energetic structures, their groups very much encompassing those that they feel comfortable with, those that make them feel playful, those that don't bring about discord, those that they not going to get in arguments with, or a little flurry of feathers with. So if you imagine the flamingo with the neck's length, you're being asked to keep certain people, or maybe just one, at arm's length at the moment, and just retain your balance. Reclaim your power and retain your balance. Have you been doing too much? Is somebody's energy more powerful than your state of balance at the moment? I'm now going to use it's a lovely sign to come on to my Veritas Oracle deck, which you can, if you click on the link below in the description box, you can purchase the deck. It's been, the artist is Julie Montgomery, and myself with Spirit guiding me have given all the spiritual messages within these cards centered around the laws of the universe and empowering yourself. And let's see what wishes to come out. Thank you for the Knight of Cups and the Panther Spirit. Thank you. There we go. Solitude. Solitude and observance has come out for you. So I feel, it says here, retreat away from what is noisy in your life and seek to listen in the silence, which has much wisdom to share. And then you have the observance card. And this says, surrender your conflicted thoughts and carefully consider what is occurring with non-judgment and detachment. Let them be and do what makes them happy. So very much this reading is about setting some healthier boundaries for yourself, whether this is an affirmation of you already doing it or something that you are feeling within you that you need to do, but you're not quite sure what to do. This is not necessarily saying physically remove yourself, but it is to say detach from what you are overreaching towards, because it's like this sort of riptide. It's pulling you in another direction at this time. And you are feeling, it's very interesting. The word noise comes from the Latin of nausea, which means seasickness. So you are feeling these up and down turbulent emotions because you have lost your power. You've lost your sense of self through this situation, and it's pulling you away from what is peaceful within your life. And I also feel that we can become, when we get lost in a situation, without sometimes realizing it, exhausted. We don't understand why we might have no energy, or we feel unwell, or we cry for no reason. And, that's because whatever is noisy in your life is very unpleasant and it's very disagreeable. So again, it come back to solitude, come back to deciding you're going to take a step back. There are still things to do. Do you see the little washing line here? There are still obviously day-to-day practical things that need to be done in our everyday lives. And it's saying continue doing what is necessary in your life, but make a decision that you're going to emotionally detach. And also within this space, one of the best ways of understanding the situation is to put yourself in the shoes of another and to observe here why people do the things that they do, because in understanding, you then give yourself peace as well, because the conflicted thoughts are coming from a place of misunderstanding and perhaps sometimes a judgment of another, and also a place of saying that person has done this to me, where in fact people do and say and think things as a reflection of who they are, not as a reflection of who you are necessarily, although sometimes the interaction between two brings up certain triggers. So let them be and do what makes them happy. You've got here the happy hens. Let them scurry around, let them cluck, let them lay eggs, let them do what makes them happy. Try not to be in any judgment of it, because that judgment of the situation means that you are not open to what will come through in observations. So in this solitude, the affirmation for you is, reveal thy wisdom in my reflection so that my ships can come in over a calm sea. Don't have any strong point of view. And I promise you, within that solitude, within that silence, silent and listen contain the same letters, you will hear if you are open to hearing. So reveal thy wisdom in my reflection so that my ships can come in over a calm sea. Be open to what is being reflected and shown to you. Be open to the insight that will come in the silence at this time. And the affirmation card for the observance is, grant me the serenity. It's a serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference in the choice that I am making. And it takes great courage to let go of something, to release something, to be open to the universe coming in. And that allows for transformation for you. That allows, with that transference of information that you will receive by detaching from the situation, and I promise you will receive it. The moment you stop trying, the moment you set healthy boundaries, the moment you release an outcome is the moment, and you will recognize it as such, that you will receive the insights within your divine design that will show you the next steps forward. These might come through you if you listen quietly, and it'll be random. It won't be anything connected to what you're thinking at the time. It'll just come through. And that's a way of also recognizing you having a little inner conversation with your higher self. It may come through as a messenger, an angel, a messenger of God, a messenger of the universe, for somebody else, anything that resonates with you, anything that you feel. We only make decisions when we feel it is right to do. So try not to chase anything or run after anything or anybody at the moment. Just stop for a moment and see how swiftly the universe responds to you, my darling. So there we are. Solitude, observance, the Knight of Cups, focusing on actually doing something for yourself at this time with a huge amount of emotion, and the Panther Spirit, reclaiming your power. Love doing that reading for you. We shall be moving on to Pisces today, and then I believe afterwards we've got Gemini, and we've got Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio. Those are all the orders that I'm doing these readings. I look forward to doing another general reading for you very soon, but I do wish to get all of the October readings done. Again, thank you. Again, it's so lovely to be back. And have the rest of a beautiful coming into autumn day, I would say now. Take care, my darling. So much love. Bye-bye.